Hello friends. In this video, I will teach you about motion blur in Moho software. Motion blur is the obvious streaks of moving objects in a photo or sequence of frames, such as a movie or animation. This is the result when fast motion is created in the animation. To check the performance of the motion blur and its settings, I select a character from the library section to enter the work page. First, I will press the play button so that you can see the animation. I want to start the motion blur at frame 70, so I put the slider at frame 70. And I want it to continue until frame 84. I double-click on the main layer of the character. In this settings section, I enter the motion blur section. I activate the motion blur option. Don't forget that enabling motion blur will make the final render longer. So use it only when necessary. The first option shows the number of frame repetitions, so I apply the number 2. I set the frame skip to 1. With the start and end opacity options, we determine the amount of transparency from the beginning to the end of the motion blur. I set the blur radius value to 6. You can change these numbers and get different results. I press the apply button. Now I put the slider at frame 84 where I want the motion blur to end. I disable the motion blur option. And I press the OK button. By pressing the control button and R, which is fast rendering, you can see that the motion blur is activated and displays the acceleration mode. For you to see the final work, we take a short rendering of the animation. I choose animation rendering from the file section. I write the start and end frames of rendering. And I press the OK button. Now you can see that the motion blur works well and an acceleration mode has been created for the character's movement. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Be sure to hit the subscribe button below the video to see my next tutorial. Bye until the next video.